Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dead Planet, episode 3. Say hi, gang.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, gang.
Good to have everyone here. Thanks to everyone out in the Bounce House hanging out with us as well for another sure to be exciting, intense, frightening, and more episode of this story. So, at the top here, I just want to mention again, as it's should be on the screen there, to help support the show, if you would like, to help us with all the danger that we face. Any subscriptions to the channel will grant us re-rolls throughout the game. Right now we're sitting on 2 of those that we're, I think, preciously guarding for when we will need. So any subscription there, gift sub, Twitch sub, any of that good fun stuff will grant to that. And then also crowd-funded skill advancement. So we're at 20% there of our goal. Once we hit that, we all will level up within the rules of Mothership to gain some extra skills to help us out further as well. So you can you can send a donation in my Twitch About Me section, and then I think, let's see if the cloud bot is on, and we'll be mentioning that as well in chat. So I think that's all the little bit of details on the front end for me. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Warden, start over with you. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm the Warden for this evening. Hopefully you haven't joined us for a couple of episodes already, but this is going to be a serious one for everyone. I can, and I go by the moniker ThatOldDM on Twitter, and you can also see me here on Todd's channel regularly.
All right, thank you. Let's go down to Jen.
Hello, I'm Jen. You can find me on Twitter at JennGeeky or on Instagram at JennTheGeekyWriter. I am a talent manager for Tyrus TV and also a TTRPG player as much as I can. So thanks for being here.
Pretty good one at that too, yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Case, say hello.
Hello, I am Kate Purcell. I am a community manager by day, and I stream Pokemon and tabletop RPGs by night. You can find me everywhere at Damphyr, and I'm excited to get back into this little fun adventure. It's so lighthearted.
Totally. And last but not least, Candace, say hello.
Hi, everybody. CandaceTheMagnificent. I play Captain Petty Watkins. I'm nervous. A little freaked out this week, but we're going to see what happens. As long as we're working together, I think we'll be okay, right?
Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. One other
What
little
could possibly
detail.
go wrong?
Yeah, one other little detail for us. You will see these little numbers next to all of us. Our stress count, a great mechanic within the Mothership RPG. So high numbers are bad. You can see a few of us are kind of getting up there. So, and it's only episode 3. So hopefully we can manage that a little bit better. But most likely the Warden will throw more at us. So with that, take it away.
All right, so just to kind of recap where we are so far, the crew of the Solas, which are these fine individuals here, have been transporting a cargo of 25 metric tons of full body bags out to the Commonwealth. They were ripped out of jump space and dumped into orbit around a dead planet with numerous issues to their engines caused by unknown forces. They have stumbled upon a research vessel called the Alexis. They have journeyed on board, discovered there are 2 androids, a terrifying monster, and an artifact of alien origin on board that ship. Last session, they retreated back to their ship to have a lot of conversation about how they were going to deal with this going forward. Tonight, we find out if they will save the androids aboard the Alexis, if they will solve the mystery of Dr. Sankar's artifact and its alien origins, and whether they will survive to repair the ships and try to find a way out of the dead planet. All right, so as I'm going to kind of pick up a few minutes literally after the last session. So Kraynot, the android on board the Alexis that is cut in half and wired into the ship, keeping it operating, had divulged a lot of information to the crew. And they have really come to the conclusion that there is the possibility of repairing the engines to a point where the Alexis and the Solas can be used to get them closer to the planet to better understand and scan what is going on. They know the nearby moon. They have to get at least across the horizon line of that in order to really understand what's on the planet. And they also know that the two androids do not necessarily trust each other at this point, with Kraynot having some very serious suspicions about Pander's last orders from the captain. So with that being said, I think Captain Petty, there's a bit of a discussion about either a 1 or 2 team approach here. So we pick up on the bridge of the Solas. A map of the Alexis is splayed out in front of you, holographically. You now know, thanks to Kraynot, that on the habitat deck, starboard side, is where the captain's quarters and Dr. Sankar's quarters are. You, of course, have to enter on the lower engine deck and pass up into the habitat deck in order to reach that. The engines, of course, are on the engine deck. And then the command center, where the androids are on the upper deck, the command deck. So, Captain Petty, I will turn it over to you for your attempt at a briefing with your plucky crew.
All right, everybody, gather around. I think we all know that there was a bit of trouble last time we went over there to the Alexis, and I think that we're gonna need to make sure we got our wits about us this time. I don't think that this should be something where we're all going off in separate directions, but I do think that we need to take a 2-prong approach, 2 in the front, 2 bringing up the rear. Maybe go in there, clear out the area, make
Nyx,
sure it's safe
you
for
listening?
you guys to go up. All right, Nyx, I don't want you fighting. Bot, I know you got her back. And Lase, I think you should be with me.
That's
I
fine.
know you
by
haven't
me.
seen this thing yet, but it's a real mindfuck.
So, what's the plan exactly?
We got to get in there. We got to get that information. We got to make sure that we can, I don't know, figure out what the hell to do with that fucking thing on that ship. But we know we have those notes, and it seems like really that's our number 1 priority right now. What do you guys think? You down with that, or do you have another idea? Brilliant idea, Doc.
Can I borrow one of those, like a lab coat is probably not gonna cut. Do you have any extra of those things that you wear to be more,
A battle dress?
Yes, that
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Do
we
you
could
think-
probably find you some of that on the ship.
Okay, because I think that would be helpful. But yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
All right, so we need bubble wrap for the Doc. What else?
As I ended up fighting one with my bare hands last time, I would like something short range. Also, what are we attempting first? What is our order of operations?
You know, I think getting up to that habitat deck might be our first mission. We know that's where that thing is, so rather than try and let it sneak up on us, I feel like going straight in there is our best bet. But I'm open to suggestions. Lase, you keen on that idea, or you want to try to maybe?
What's his name again? Sarkov or something?
Dr. Sankar.
Sankar. You're talking going right to Sankar's quarters, right?
Yep,
Yep.
powering right in.
Yeah, if that's what we need to do to, if we can't just, blow this thing out the hatch or something, and there's more to it, then that's fine. Sis, are you?
I think that
You know the
perhaps
likely outcome of what we're gonna run into when we go in that office, right?
I mean, I can speculate, but this is far beyond anything that I knew that he was working on.
But I mean, you're gonna be good.
I think
Yeah.
perhaps she should stay outside of the doors. In fact, for plausible deniability, perhaps we should get there, set up a station out front, and only one of us should enter.
Nah, not one. We need a 2x2 on this one. But the rest of your thinking is sound there, Bot. So,
Why have you also started calling me Bot?
I don't know. Sometimes Petty rubs off on me.
It's a cute nickname. Do you not like it?
It is not one I am used to. Also,
Do you like it? Or do you not like it? What would you prefer to be called, Kai?
I am not entirely sure, but Bot seems very dismissive.
Well, I'll stick with Kai until
Thank
you
you.
find something else you prefer.
We should be aware that perhaps we may have eyes on us once we enter that space. That is my concern.
That's a fair point. Thanks, Kai.
Thank you, Captain.
So the two others in the
Alexis, the two androids.
yes, where the hell are they at? What is that called again? Bridge.
They're in the bridge.
Command station.
Thank you.
Yep.
The two in the command station. We have assumptions that they might not be on the same page, right?
I am unsure we should put our trust in Pander. However, there is not any solid evidence that we should trust Krenos terribly more.
I'm just slightly nervous because if the doctor was on the ship, their AI capabilities are way ahead of mine. So just keep that in mind when we're dealing with those two.
And what he did, not what he can do.
Thank you.
Well, the point I think Nyx, and maybe we should unpack that a little bit, is that Dr. Sankar was a mentor of sorts for Nyx, and even though he was charged with the duties of an archaeologist, he was a double major in programming of artificial intelligence, because he had studied artificial intelligence that had been found throughout the known galaxy by the company. He's been exposed to things beyond human understanding. So who knows what he's invented in the, how many years, Nyx, since you last spent time with him?
Honestly, she doesn't even remember because she doesn't. Time is such a weird thing for her, but she knows that she's heard rumors of him kind of teetering on the side of madness to the point where it was almost like the intelligence ate him up inside, knowing what he knew and how to manipulate what he manipulated, and what AI was capable of. And as much as she loved him as a mentor and knew his genius, there was always that idea of maybe he might take it too far, but she never had any proof of any of that. It was all just speculation and rumors.
Okay, audience, you just heard it. JennGeeky just supplied the Warden with a whole lot of madness and crazy. So if you've been teetering about your subs, now's the time to start subbing up.
If it wasn't for chat in the audience, I would have like 13 stress right now. So
Jen's like, what's this? Is this a shovel with which to dig us deeper? All right.
In my circles, we call these plot knives.
I gotta make it interesting, y'all. I mean, come on.
Sis, do you think you can, anything you can do with those other two on the ship to just make sure they stay out of our way? I know there's an element of support from them, but it sounds like we're a little bit on the edge about that. We want to make sure we don't have to, deal with any other obstacles than the one we're going forward with.
I'm not promising anything. All I can tell you is that anything I know he knows, and not the other way around. But I will try my best.
If
How do
we
we,
do find...
Go ahead, Kai.
If we do find relevant information in his quarters, will you be able to extrapolate it if we say copy it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wonderful.
Doc, I want to know, do you know how to take these things out?
These things as in
What things?
So
droids?
I trust Kai. We've established a rapport, but these other two, I don't know.
Oh, to shut them down? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if somebody tries to like come at us, we just don't know how the ship or whatever weird mojo that's happening is going to affect them. If God forbid, their wires get crossed and they try to come after us. Like,
however, the way that one is integrated into the ship,
yeah,
might pose a problem when we shut it down. There's a potential that the ship will shut down, which includes any type of air support, any type of anything that is going on in there. So that's just, fair warning. I'm just saying. But yeah, absolutely. I'm sure I can figure out a way to
Well, the one that's bolted in.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about him.
Right. I think our trust leans towards that one.
Okay.
I
For
believe
a little bit that it is there.
I believe I may have an easier way of communicating, or at least convincing, Crownot. However, Pander is more difficult.
Yeah,
Listen, I don't want any oil shed or anything like that. I don't want to have to wreck these things, but
Oil shed. I understand that.
Nice guy.
Well, if we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah,
my new toy.
Let me just stop at the lab and grab some stuff. We might need to tackle shutting Pander down a couple different ways. I just want to make sure we're completely prepared and don't hit any unnecessary surprises.
all right, I'll get a suit up for you.
Thanks.
Okay, so with that, the crew disembarks from the bridge of the Solas and begins to go about their preparations for the mission ahead. Nyx has already calculated that you've got about 30 minutes until the artifact will pulse again. So if you hurry, you might be able to get in and out of there before you have to deal with any more of that insanity. But regardless, we believe Kai is prepared to not be shut down again.
However, I believe it will still hurt. And I would not like that.
Aw. We'll do what we can.
All right, so the camera follows Nyx first to you said the med bay. You're going to the med bay science lab.
Yeah, going to the lab, which is kind of both, I would imagine, on this ship.
Probably. So as we see the old science lab with its archaic and out-of-date machinery, what is it that Nyx is gathering? What do we see, and what change of clothes or equipment do we see happening to Nyx?
So Nyx is throwing out her lab coat because she knows she's not going to need that, which is really symbolic of kind of like her over this whole thing. Like, she never takes off her lab coat, ever. And she's rummaging through stuff, trying to wrap her head around what's happening as her music is blaring up in her headphones. She's kind of like half dancing around the room. She wears a very like emo style kind of thing, but the music she listens to doesn't always match that because she doesn't really have, so it's her music is interesting. So sometimes she's like headbanging, raging, and then the next second she's like K-pop dancing because like it's so varied. And as she's like rummaging through stuff, she's grabbing her computer scanner, she's grabbing her bio scanner, just packing up her bag and saying like, oh, okay, I got to do this. In her head, she's like trying to not necessarily think of her mentor as a mentor anymore. She's trying to start to distance that because now she knows he's clearly gone. He's clearly not around, and she's wrestling with what that means. And just as you would imagine, like an angry, like inner 16-year-old teenager who has not been able to reconcile with the long lost parent or whatever, because this mentor to her was kind of like a parent that she didn't have, with her parents being gone all the time. So she's very emotional, but she's like raging through it, basically. And she grabs her nail gun, which is just like in her drawer for emergencies, and like puts it in her messenger bag.
Fantastic. And so obviously the music's a good way of how you're sort of dealing with a lot of this, but is there excitement and trepidation? Like what is sort of happening in Nyx's
She's
head?
just angry. She told him not to freaking go. She told him it was gonna be a death trap. She told him that the mission wasn't worth it, and she's pissed because she still needed him around, and she wasn't ready to lose her mentor. She wasn't ready to be thrust into the world without having that backup, because she really relied on him, which could potentially subconsciously be part of the reason why Kai was such a project for her. But she wasn't ready for him to go, and she was like, I told you this. Like in her head, she's like talking to him, and she's like, I told you that this was going to be a death trap. She's pissed. She's like,
So I don't want you to answer what the nature of their relationship was exactly, other than mentoring, but is there letters or a journal or a textbook or something important, memento that Nyx travels with that maybe you pack along in memory of saying? Sure.
she has her notes from that class, like that time period still. It's not necessarily like a journal, but it reminds her a lot of like, you know, his teaching to her. It's the knowledge and the that's how they bonded. So it has a lot of the teachings that he gave to her in it. And she reluctantly grabs that because she knows she's gonna need it.
Fantastic. All right. So I think Nyx is dealing with the stress in her own way, in their own way. Let's do a sanity roll. Is there a skill you want to leverage for this?
Roll for emo.
Yeah, right. Basically, a sanity roll. I think a skill. I think her intellect would be maybe, because she's not really. She's emotional, but she's trying to like smart her way through the emotions. You know what I mean? They're trying to like be more like, oh, I need to be practical about this. I can't. Anger's okay because that's how I'm going to solve the problem that we have right now. Kind of space.
Would you say you're trying to hack your own thoughts and emotions?
Absolutely, 110%.
Yeah, I give you plus 15 for that. I think that's great.
Okay.
So target number for this will be 67.
Okay. What did we got? I got a 73.
You got a 73. Does anybody remember when this happens, when the scientist fails a sanity save? All nearby.
We're not nearby.
You're not nearby. You're not nearby. But when we get
to mine, I might be nearby, but we'll decide. On my turn, we'll decide.
Okay. Oh, great. So pick up one more stress there. Nyx Coly. No matter what you do, you just can't push these thoughts out of your head. And I think you grabbing those notes is kind of a reactionary move on your part. And maybe it was something you were trying to avoid acknowledging, was opening those notes up and going back to those days. But now you've taken it with you. You brought the past on this mission. And with that, we're going to cut to Lase Coly. Lase, where do you head to make your preparations? We know you have a fancy shotgun now, but go on.
Probably run to the little workshop area. I'm sure I have there on the Solas, and start gathering tools and trinkets and things. Putting them together. Probably have like those cloth tool rolls. Start putting those up to put into my suits, things of that nature. So grabbing assorted tools, electronic tools. Grabbing a shotgun. In addition, already have my revolver with me, but shotgun for something a little bit more punch, and just crowbar, some first aid, swing by, little things like that, and then just suiting up with a fresh
vac suit.
Yes, fresh vac suit. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll make sure we update that so that you've got a little more armor than just your standard dress.
3 points should be.
Yeah, I believe so. So you're 3, 5, or 7, because that's what they're telling us.
Vac suit is
3.
3. Yeah.
You want to go with something else?
Oh, because it's got longer O2. That's why. Hazard suit.
Okay.
So that's 5 points. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. And how is Lase dealing with the stress of this? So far, you haven't had really any good attempt to seek comfort. You tried to play some cards. You tried to spend some time with your sibling. How are you preparing for this?
I think this preparation is that. Love to tinker and work on things, and there's a interesting level of excitement about that, of getting the tools together, keeping them organized in those wraps, and putting them all together. Just in an odd way, comfort comes in the thought of having to do something to get us through the situation. I mean, whether it's as simple as hacking through a door or, whatever, putting something together.
Fantastic. I think we definitely see you grab your notes and drawings on how you're going to fix these engines and how you're going to get all of this to work together. I mean, clearly you've been thinking about it for a while.
I don't need notes, Warden.
Okay, all right. It's all in his head. So what does that look like, maybe?
Inside here?
Yeah.
There's not much of a mind palace in this one. Maybe more of a
Lase on a beach.
Mind Motel 6.
Okay. Do you maybe take something, swig of something, or maybe something a little harder? Calm yourself.
I will grab. I'll grab a couple cigars. And just grab one of those. Pack those away for later. Of course, we don't light them till the fat lady sings. So, and yeah.
All right. Well, you are prepared to improvise, adapt, and overcome the situation. So I think your mechanical expert can be added to sanity for this one. So that gives you a 48 target number. Let's see if you can't reduce some stress.
$61. That is a fail.
61. So as you stick those cigars in their case and attach it to your hazard suit, you give them a serious hard look. Maybe you should start smoking now. Maybe.
Nyx never liked him. She hates when I fucking smoke.
And that stresses you out just a little
Damn
bit
straight.
more. So go ahead and pick up one more stress, Nyx Coly. As we see, is somewhat irritated. Nyx Coly, well prepared, shotgun in hand, heading out of the workshop and heading towards the airlock. And then let's cut to Kai. Where's Kai?
Well, the first stop is to the armory, as I would like more ammunition and something to fight short range with, because I did not enjoy punching one to death with my bare hands. And then I will head to the med bay to pick up a few items to keep my humans alive. Another first aid kit, and also an oxygen tank, just in case they are in need. But also, I recall the captain has a flamethrower, and this could be a good combination in a very bad situation. I am then going to go to where Nyx is and borrow her bioscanner. And I would like to work with the sample we collected of that monster and attempt to enter it into the bioscanner in the hope that we will be able to identify it within the space, within the ship. I don't know if it will work, but I'm going to attempt it.
Okay. So
It simply may not
what
be
does that look
compatible.
like? Yeah.
So basically, Kai is going to sit down and just take this little sample that they collected, and rather annoyed that Pander and Kronot has the other one, but at least the bigger one we fought, we took a sample of. So I'm just going to scan it into the bioscanner and then tinker with it to try to get it to like identify this as a living matter somehow. Just try and work with the computer to be like, no, identify this. Whenever it shows up, please identify that, like write an exception to the rule.
Okay. So as you're doing this analysis, it becomes pretty clear to you that one of the problems that you've been having with these smart rifles, Seekers, when you've been shooting these different things, is they're breaking down but being repaired. Like the cells are actually degrading and then being repaired with some kind of metallic, that cobalt tungsten sort of alloy is somehow being created every time cellular tissue breaks down on these things. And so it's almost like there's a loop of matter coming through and dealing with the degradation of these creatures. And you begin to speculate that the dark matter could be responsible for this. And perhaps that might be why Pander and Kronot were telling you that the crawler, the little thing, had its own semi-gravitational field. Is perhaps these things are literally being fueled by dark matter.
This is
And
disturbing.
what possible implications that could have spiral out of control very quickly in your brain.
Yes. Can I at least teach the scanner to identify this matter that is being created, so it'll at least ping us when we do the scan?
Yes.
Wonderful. Nyx will either be relieved or very annoyed that it is constantly going off.
You're also going to have to do a firmware update to all the Seeker rifles in order to add that information in. And that's probably the reason why Lase got shot in the first place, is it couldn't quite target the thing.
Sorry, buddy.
I have a debate with myself of if I should inform Lase of this, or if I should allow him to continue his grudge. He seems to enjoy it. With this done, I will inform Nyx of my findings. I will I will not put on my battle dress until we are getting ready to leave, because that seems to get the humans' adrenaline up, and I am already concerned about some of their vitals. But I will go find the captain and again share this information and request to update her smart rifle. as well as my own.
And seeing how your stress is already at the minimum and you are in peak operating order at this point, other than the strange crack in the foundation of your mind ballast.
Yes, I am not acknowledging that at this time.
Okay. Other than that, you seem to be good. What about the kukri?
I do look very sadly at it. I consider leaving it behind, but also this is the only thing that I have of whoever
Pre-life.
I was before Nyx refurbished me. So I decide to tuck it into my bag because at least I have that piece with me.
Have you attempted to repair it at all?
No, I have only looked very sadly at it. I am right now focusing on more pressing matters. There is a priority here, and so I am. My mind is basically split in half, and for one half of it, I am going over, just reviewing all of my field medicine notes in case one of my humans is damaged, and in the other half, I am going over potential conversations with. Hopefully Kraynot, but potentially Pander, in case things go badly and we need to discuss. I have hopefully convincing things to say to them to either turn them to our side or distract them enough with their own programming that perhaps the humans can do things while we converse.
Fantastic. I always like it when the doctor has to, recertify in their tests right before they go into battle. That always makes me feel real good.
It is simply a standard. You do not go into things without reviewing notes.
Okay. Good stuff. All right, and with that brings us to Captain Petty. So, how is the captain preparing for actual battle-ready mission at this time?
So I'm reviewing all of the schematics that I have of the layout of the vessel, trying to kind of pinpoint where I had my run-in with that creature last time, and just trying to make sure that I'm, that I have a good flow and a good direction for me and Lase to kind of make room for the other two to come in and do what they need to do and hopefully get that information. I pick out battle dress for the dock, and I have that just kind of there waiting. And then I also grab I go to the armory and I grab some stuff. I've got a vibe shetty that I grab and a couple of other essential items. I have some pain pills because obviously last time was a doozy. And then just to hype myself up, I just turn on a mix of a workout mix, and I start just doing calisthenics and push-ups and chin press-ups and stuff like that. I start just working out to get myself limbered up kind of, so I can smash things.
That's exciting. I like that. And considering that you are the one that, obviously have the most combat experience, I think I'm just going to let you make a standard comfort roll. So a target of 60. So let's see if we can't reduce Captain Petty's stress a little bit without bringing up her concerns, phobias, and other things. 54. All right, so we get to divide that by 10, which takes us to 5.4. So 5 stress fades its way off of Captain Petty. That's fantastic. Basically the maximum amount that you could have gotten in this situation.
Thank goodness.
So you are ripped and pumped up and ready to go. But what about do we actually see you pull out a Marine military uniform at this point? Or is it just this kind of standard thing?
It's a standard thing. It's nothing with medals and stuff. It's not a fancy one, especially because the serious battle armor is really heavy, and I know she's petite and not super strong. So I just try to get something that's gonna protect her and keep her good, but won't necessarily mess up her ability to get away. I don't want her to be in a position where she can't run. You know what I mean? So I don't get the heavy duty stuff, but I get the mid kind of more than a civilian armor.
Okay, so basically battle dress for you and battle dress for Nyx. That's so we
I have
see
heavy battle dress though.
Okay, you have heavy. Okay,
because I'm so swole,
Yep, absolutely.
The advanced, Petty?
Yes.
It does give you a disadvantage at speed, by the way.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm okay. It'll be fine if, like, as long as you guys are good, I'm good. Like, I don't need to be fast. I need you guys to be fast.
I mean, that's true. As long as you're faster than somebody else, the monster will go after them, right?
That's it. So.
Okay. All right, and with that, everyone meets in the airlock. Is there any last conversation, rallies, pep talks, anything?
I'm just kind of in the zone. It's just still on edge here. Just kind of staying focused.
Petty has a pep talk, but she needs to know what everyone's faces look like. Like, what are your affectations? Like, is everybody, like, how are you holding yourselves?
I look as I always do.
Kind of in her own world.
Yeah, I think Nyx is definitely distracted, right? And Lase is a little irritable, maybe twitchy.
So, like, I kind of like take it all in, and I see everybody looking squirrely, for lack of a better word, except for Kai. And I kind of like nod at Kai, like, I see you. Good job.
Kai's standing too close to you again.
Like, honestly, I'm fine with it. I'm like, come on. Hey! Guys, get it together. You Colys, man. Y'all are always in your heads. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. You guys are just two peas in a pod. I need you guys to break it up. Open your eyes. Doc, you need to look alert, okay? We're going to be going in there. We don't know what's going to happen. Shit could go sideways any second. I need you on it. Can't have you up in the clouds, all right? Coly, same with you, man. If you're going to have my back, have it. I know last time things got messy. That shouldn't happen again. Talk to Kai.
You shot me.
Listen, I talked to Kai, all right? They said that there was a malfunction. They've updated my smart rifle. Probably going to go melee anyway. I mean...
Operator error, huh?
No, I'm not operator error, gun error, okay? This thing is, we're dealing with something entirely new, so I'm just saying. If you shoot me, you want to take one at me, fine. You got bullets to waste. I'll take the hit. But anyway, we need to get up on the ship, get in, get out, all right? No messing around, no, I want to say pandering, but, you know, there might be some pandering depending on what that damn bot wants to do. Whatever. We need to make sure that we are going in, fulfilling the target, get the information, see what we can do about getting the fuck out of here and come back to the solas. Period. That's it. Lase and I will take care of anything that goes bump. You guys just focus on your task. Good?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes,
Doc?
Captain.
Yeah, nope, here. Present.
You got
stopping
some
for
issues.
samples there, sis.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Doc, if you need a moment, you need a breather. I know you said you know one of these guys on the ship. He was your mentor. If you need a second at any point, just let us know. We've got your back. Somebody will be with you at all times. But other than that, I think this is as ready as we're gonna be. So,
What's probably Petty myself, like if we're in a group of 4, and then Kai and Nyx behind, I assume. As we move forward.
For the most part, you can go down two by two, kind of in a perfect box
through the hatch or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna step back and Kai,
Yes,
may we have a moment?
of course.
And I'll have Kai head on with Petty. Nyx, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Well, that means you're not fine. You're quiet.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not putting up with my shit.
I'll be okay. It's just a lot to deal with. I told him not to go. But if I start thinking about it now, we will not get out alive. So.
Got plenty of time to unpack that later, Doc. I've been told I'm a good ear.
You're not here, Petty.
This is true.
So the etymology of petunia comes from.
Listen, sis. Let's I don't know. I know he meant a lot to you, and I never understood a damn word you ever talked about of what his teachings and shit, but let's see if we can see this as an opportunity to continue whatever he was working on.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know if I want to.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out when we get there.
But I brought my nail gun.
I'm just don't point that thing at me.
Okay.
Trigger discipline. Watch it. Watch your finger there.
Mhm.
Listen, I'm glad you're here.
Aw, thanks, bro. I'm glad you aren't too embarrassed by me to tag me along. So.
You do that enough yourself. You ready?
Way ready. This is starting to get emotional, and I don't like it.
All right, Captain.
So I get ready to head out. I stand by the airlock, make sure everybody is ready. Look at Nyx, make sure she put on her battle dress. And if everybody's good, then I'm ready to head out.
So you check the pressurization on the solas side and get ready to make your walk through the tube that connects the two ships. As you head out, everything is going perfectly. No issues. Everyone's moving quickly along the tube, and you reach the door to the Alexis. And that's when you notice this door seems to be tweaked a little, like something pounded on it from the other side. Petty, Lase, you're up front, and you can see it. You pop this thing open. If it's not perfectly pressurized, there's going to be a problem. This tube could crack. Not all of you are wearing vac suits. Captain, what's your order?
Doc, I think we're gonna need you and your brother here to take a little look at this. We're gonna need some scientific feedback, I think. It's not safe. Anything, Lase, can you jerry-rig this? Can you cut it open? Doc, do you have any kind of physics you can...
We can do that.
Magic?
First thing first is make sure that this thing's properly sealed before we just go cutting things open. So,
What do you need, bro?
I want to take a look at that. Well, you see this door? Something, Kai, you got that scanner or whatever you were working on. There's nothing right on the other side of this, is there?
I gave the scanner to Nyx. Nyx, would you scan the door? I will
Yeah.
also put on my infrared goggles. Not that they worked last time. But I
Yeah.
will try again.
We can totally do that. And Nyx goes into her bag and takes out their scanner thing and just starts scanning things.
It appears the other side of the door is no motion, no heat signatures, no unusual radiation. The only thing you're seeing is those weird life support blips on the other side of the Alexis, because you know it's not perfectly operating, but nothing abnormal, nothing that makes you worried. Same things you saw before.
So I'll be just kind of going around, around like the connection there, as well, and just making sure that if we do open this up, that it's not gonna blow open.
It seems that whatever we left behind on the ship was lonely and wished to visit us.
Well, I'm glad that they can't come in unless we let them, so.
Kai, you still got a link open with Panda and Cranot over there?
At least one of them.
Maybe you can ask them if they've seen anything on their comms. Heard anything?
Well, they were resting as the last sweep was difficult on them, but I can attempt to see if they are awake. And I will.
The comm crackles to life, and you can hear Cranot and Pander yelling at each other. See? It's time. They're trying to come through. We don't have time for this right now. And there's a banging in the distance. What do you say, Kai?
Are you in danger?
Not currently. The specimen you left us with, we had to put it down twice.
It was still... Oh, I did see a repair. Oh, this is troublesome. I apologize. We did not have this information at the time.
You hear Pander's much calmer voice in the background. And the other thing, whatever it is coming through the door, slowly. It wishes to come to the bridge.
It seems it tried to come onto our ship as well. Is there any way you can use the sensors to see if things are pressurized, or if we will perish if we attempt to open the door? I know this is a request, given your situation, but it would help us quite a bit.
Cranot says, life support is down to 45% effectiveness. I will reroute everything to the lower decks. Give me a moment.
Thank you. And I will take this opportunity to fill the crew in on what we've learned. We are not actually killing these things. They are being reformed via dark matter, is my theory.
Well, that's great.
Life support is not good right now.
What if we just go back?
That's what I've been saying. But weren't you the one saying that we can't go anywhere?
I gotta fix the ship.
Yeah, no point. Okay, you're right.
I think right now the only thing that we can do is just figure out a way to get in, get out quickly, and hopefully not have this thing follow us back on our ship. What about the pressurization? Can I do anything to help, Coly?
What did they say on that end, Kai?
Give us a moment. They are rerouting life support and checking.
Cranot, the comm crackles back and you hear Cranot's voice again. I've removed all life support to the upper deck. We've limited life support in the galley, the cryo tubes, the science lab. But the rest of the engineering deck should be fine, as well as the rest of the habitat deck.
Wonderful.
We can maintain this for at least 18 minutes.
Thank you. And I am going to very quickly step, while everyone's like looking at the hatch, I'm going to try and step back and speak quietly enough that the rest of the crew should not be able to hear me. We do need to take a quick trip to the habitat layer, to the habitat section, to retrieve a sentimental object from my repairer.
Correct. The habitat deck, the captain's quarters, the archaeologist's quarters, and the main hall should be fine. If you need to enter any other room, including the med bay, please notify me first.
Wonderful. I will let you know if we have any other needs. Thank you. This excursion will hopefully help us and you. And then I will move back into normal comms with everyone and explain where all life support is going to be. And they are aware we are moving into the habitat deck first.
So just to clarify for the audience at home and the players, that means getting to the engine rooms will not be an issue, and getting to the actual destination of the quarters will not be an issue. However, going up to the top of the ship in the command deck is going to be a disaster if they attempt to go that way.
We don't need to.
We will if we try to save the androids.
We've got a task at hand here. I think we're good here. I can get this door open. So,
Lase, give
if
me
we're ready.
a jury rigging. I'm thinking intellect, but I'll let you call it.
That works. That will be a 50 target.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So you are sure at this point, if you go in, that everything should continue to work. You don't know if you're going to be able to lock the door behind you or not until you get in there, but you're convinced that everything's going to go fine. And for the audience at home, that was an 84, which is a fail. So this information is probably not reliable for our players. Captain, what's your order?
My order is to double check the strength of our own door on the solas, and then attempting to breach the Alexis once we're sure that our end is held up.
It is. Do you want to lock the solas down completely? I mean, all that'll do means that when you go try to get back in, it's going to take a minute to unlock it.
How
as
long
long as
is
you're not
this
being
minute?
chased.
Is it like a literal minute, or are we talking like a 10-minute minute?
It's probably a literal minute, assuming that, it's not a high stress situation that would cause you to fumble the locks or
You
any
see,
of that.
that's the part I'm concerned about. But I feel like that is a reasonable trade-off to make sure there isn't a monster on our ship. So I'm good. That's fine.
Okay.
We're going to take that risk.
So the captain locks down the solas. And then you guys open the door into the Alexis. The door creaks. The joints begin to buckle. It opens, and you can get in. It makes a lot of noise. As Lase, as you pass it, this door is never shutting again.
This thing's fucked. Eyes alive, people.
Lucky
If
for
they
us.
didn't hear it, then I don't know, but
This door is fucked, but lucky for us, we know exactly what we need, and we're going to get it.
I will look at Lase and say, it seems those creatures did quite a bit of damage. And keep walking.
thank you, Captain Obvious.
Straight ahead is the access up to the habitat deck. Post haste.
Yeah, I go straight for it.
Up the ladder.
Yep.
All right.
I will take Nyx's arm just before they start at the ladder and say, if you need anything, I am here. You know this, but humans like to hear this many times.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Never go first or last, please.
I won't.
Thank
I
you.
promise.
So Lase, this is probably a good time for a stream of profanities as you do the math that once you do get the engines operational and these two ships are flying through space at a much higher rate and this door can't be sealed, there's going to be all kinds of pressure issues on the lower decks of the Alexis.
Do I know that we have to control it from the Alexis?
No, your plan is that that's not the case.
Right.
If everything goes according to plan, you'll be able to do everything from the safe confines of the solas.
Right.
One stress, sir.
I will likely, to myself, mutter in frustration, but at the same time, going to try and focus on in and out.
All right, Petty's up the ladder. Kai and Nyx wait for Lase to pass up, correct? Okay.
Yes.
All right, Petty, as you come up through the floor of the habitat deck, you look both ways. The hallway is empty. To the rear of the ship, you look, and on your left, the ship's right, starboard, there are the two doors that you expect. You know, one of them heads to the captain's quarters. The farther one goes to the archaeologist's quarters. And as you head up out of the ladder and start to head that way, looking around, making sure it's safe, motioning for Lase to continue up, is when you hear the screeching, tearing of metal above you at the command deck, echoing throughout the vents and the halls.
Look alive, people. This came to the party a lot earlier than we expected. Does it sound like it's in the vents or it's coming through the ceiling?
It sounds like part of the upper part of the ship is trying to tear itself apart. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, we gotta hustle.
What the hell's going on up there?
Let's not ask questions. Just be ready.
Running sounds good. I wouldn't mind running.
No. Get to it. Where are we going from here, Cap?
Yeah, we pick up the
Right.
pace. I lead them kind of down the hall and to the right to the habitat deck.
Yep.
To the
So
quarters.
Petty and Lase head down the hall, making sure everything's fine. The door directly ahead of you is still sealed. So this area is still secure, as Craynot has said. And you reach the door to your left. That is the archaeologist's quarters. However, Kai and Nyx, as you pass the captain's quarters, there's a door opposite to your right. And coming from that door on the other side is some persistent static effect, and then an unearthly bestial scream sort of echoes from inside of that room.
I will be constantly looking over my shoulder for sisters, so
Yep.
if I notice
So-
any hesitation.
Yep.
I will push Nyx towards the others and put myself between her and the captain and brother and say, Captain, there may be something in this quarters.
We're not after
And
something.
smart
so-
rifle be out.
Yeah, we need to keep moving. I'm familiar with 2 doors on this deck, not this weird third one. So let's keep it going.
Don't feel like making a deal there, Captain?
A deal?
Yeah, you know, door number 3. Always something good behind door number 3.
Listen, I know you're Mr. Chill, but now is just not the time.
Let's go.
I will walk backwards with my eyes on the door.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so Petty, you're standing in front of the quarters. Are you opening the door?
Yeah. I've got my vibrochetti like ready, and I kind of like do I press the button real quick, and I'm like ready.
I'll be shotgun
Give
up
me-
ready as well.
Give me a panic check, Captain Petty.
Panic. Okay.
As the
It's
stench... yeah,
D20,
D20.
right?
D20, right? Yeah.
Yep. You want to get above your current stress.
I got a 15, so I'm good. My
Okay.
target was a
7.
12? 7?
Mhm.
7. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're doing real good now.
Must
You
be
hold it
nice.
together as the stench of decay overwhelms you coming from
Ugh.
this room.
I kind of clench my jaw It's not a smell that I've never kind of had the displeasure of experiencing before. But because the other bodies weren't smelly, I don't think I was expecting that to like waft over me. So I kind of just steady myself and I kind of like grab Lase by like the front of his suit. And I'm like, breathe through your mouth.
And you step in?
Yeah.
All right. As you step in, the room's walls are covered top to bottom in photographs and drawings and lines connecting them like the inside of a crazy serial killer case. Ceilings, floors, shelves, everything that could be used. And near the bed, you can see the feet, well shod in expensive shoes, of what must be a man on the other side, face down. What do you do?
I feel like I'm less afraid because this one smells bad. So I just grab him. Like I grab one shoulder and I turn him over to see if I can look at his face or like see if there's any wounds on him, like how he died.
Okay. As you come around the edge of the bed to inspect the body, Lase, you're coming in the door behind Captain Petty.
I can obviously smell that shit as well. I'm gonna make sure that Sis and Kai are here, but keep them outside of the room for now.
Okay, so you kind of motion to hold on as you head in?
Yeah, just kind of arm up, just...
Let me know if you need help looking for information.
We will. Let us,
And I will post
let us
up,
peruse first.
scanning the halls.
So, Lase, as you sort of scan the inside of this room, taking in all of these crazy photographs and sketches and information and words in Latin and symbols and glyphs and incredible information, it's a little overwhelming.
Latin, eh, Warden?
Hey, no wolves, though. Give me a panic check there, Todd. Now, Todd, you're a teamster. Lase is a teamster. You want to do your roll with advantage on a panic check?
Yeah.
It's once per session.
Where is that? Able to... There it is. Okay.
Just roll a 20 again, if you use it on this one, because it's roll with advantage.
I get to take the better result, though, out of the two?
That's correct.
If I fail both?
If you fail both, you still take the better result.
Damn it. Okay.
That's a 3 and a 12, y'all.
So 3 jumpy, gain a point of stress. All nearby crew members, 2 points.
So that's Petty and Kai. Nyx doesn't see Lace's reaction, so
okay.
You don't pick up the stress.
I'm just trying not to flee
Uh-huh.
at my own stress.
Okay.
So do we each gain 2 or do we each gain 1?
2.
2.
Yep.
2 for
I
Petty,
have you
2
at
for
4,
Kai.
yeah.
Yep.
9 for Petty.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Okay.
hear from the hall. It's all right.
Yeah, you come over and just telling them to like stay out, but like definitely probably a heavy quiver in the voice and yeah, definitely can sense being on edge.
So Petty, you round the bed, seeing the body face down, but the top of its body is just covered in moist papers, piles of them. As you reach through to kind of move the papers, you can see the sticky goo of dried blood and brains. And then finally, the head smashed with blunt force.
Face down though, right? So the
Face
back of the
down.
skull's gone?
Nah, the whole top in. And as your eyes kind of trail ahead to the wall in front of you, There's a perfectly pristine, beautiful box, slightly open, on the shelf. And next to it, on the wall, the spot where this person's head was repeatedly rammed into the wall, over, over, over again.
Okay. Coly, you're gonna want to keep Nyx out of here. She doesn't need to see this. Looks like something got the better of this captain.
No shit.
Didn't one of those bots say that the captain's the one that killed all those people?
I just assumed it was one of them.
So it was actually Kai and Nyx that were in that conversation, if I recall.
Okay.
Right?
Sorry,
So I'm not
metagaming.
sure. Nope, I'm not sure what version of it you would be aware of right now. But there was originally a third android on the crew who apparently did some terrible things. And no one knows where it is. I guess it's on the planet.
Petty, you see anything that looks like what we're looking for here? What the hell are we looking for here?
I don't know, some notes, I think. But this is
Kai, what are we looking for?
This is the captain's quarters, though, right? Not the doctor's
No, this is
quarters.
the
Doctors.
archaeologist. This is the archaeologist.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I see some papers. These might be important. Can I look inside that box?
Yes, you can.
Can I just
So
lift
you-
it with my vibrochetti, like lean to the side and like lift it like at a
So
safe distance?
you draw the vibrochetti to look at this beautiful, ornate box that's just slightly cracked.
Yeah, I flip the top with my weapon, like.
Okay.
Could be filled with dangerous darts. I don't know.
The inside of the top of the box, over and over and over again in charcoal, is the word Carcosa, written over it and over it and over it and over it. Give me a panic check.
Four.
That-
Oh wait, no, that's a fail. Sorry.
That's bad.
That's a
I have
fail.
9. Yeah.
You are overwhelmed. All actions are at disadvantage for 1d10 minutes. I'm gonna roll that. Okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Permanently raise your minimum stress by 1 point.
Ah, man.
You already had that, I think. You're at
I did already have that.
She's at 4 minimum.
So all you guys now have to make a fear save because I've panicked.
Oh, that's right. The Marine
Sorry, guys.
panicked.
say other than Nyx.
I'm in the hallway.
No,
yeah,
it's
no,
just
you're in the
allowed,
hallway.
but-
You're good.
Okay.
I'm
Let's
in the
do
hallway,
Lase.
but I'm keeping an eye on everyone, I would say.
Yeah, let's do Lase and see where it goes from there. So Lase, fear check at disadvantage because you have an android present.
Oh, it is fear saves, yes.
This is how
I
it
still do
snowballs.
not understand why you are all so uncomfortable around me.
You know, I think Paul Rudd said it best.
Let's fucking go!
Oh shit.
A 22 and an 18. So since it's technically disadvantage, 22 is a critical success. Oh,
Yeah, so
your call,
so,
Warden. They're both a success.
They're both a success. But you're at disadvantage.
So I'd take away the crit success.
Well,
Wow.
was the 22 first or was the 18 first in the order? Can you tell?
The 22 technically was, but I mean, that's not really how you.
Yeah.
It's two
That's
sets
true.
of dice.
That's true. It's two sets of dice. They happen at the same time. Yeah, so clearly it's a success. So you hold it together as you watch Captain Petty start to lose their shit and become overwhelmed. So what does overwhelmed look like? I'm picturing the vibro shetty clanks to the floor. You kick the box. You step all over the body. What are we doing here?
I actually think that I would definitely drop my weapon for a second, but I would I'd probably grab the box and like kind of like get too into it. Like I feel like I'd be distracted by it.
Oh.
And I'd want to get my hands all over it because it has this word that means like a ton to me, but also means absolutely nothing.
Perfect. So Captain Petty lurches forward with purpose and ambition as answers. I need answers come out of their mouth. And inside the box are rowed up in perfectly pristine order a manuscript and a set of books, all lovingly, in leather bound, incredibly old books, and notes. Tons of notes, all rolled up in like old scroll form. This is it. This is everything.
Petty, you good? Petty.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Coly, I think I found what we're looking for. I think I found what I need. I think I found what we need.
Well, if it's safe to grab it, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well, your hand starts to reach in for the manuscript. Its yellowed pages, its antiquity, its power almost calls to you.
I can't kind of keep my eyes off it. Like I hear Lase calling to me and I'm making excuses, but like I reach in and I pluck it just like to touch it a little bit. It feels compulsory. Like I have to just be like.
You brush back the first page and look at the title. And written in beautiful script is the words, "The Play, The Yellow King." You slam the box shut, tucking it under your arm, knowing that this is it. All your answers this has to be what you're looking for. Kai.
Yes. I would very much like to at least have the opportunity to look into this room. Humans do not have the same logic, but they are very much taking their time.
How exactly are you keeping Nyx in the hallway?
So Kai is like in this, like, it would be awkward if it were like anyone else except Kai is just like unwavering in their stance. They're kind of standing with one arm, but like half around behind Nyx's back and like kind of front of their body pressed to Nyx's kind of back and side, and has their smart rifle out and is just, kind of constantly sweeping and scanning the halls, and then like glance into the room. Humans are still taking their time, sweep and scan, but is also like occasionally kind of gently patting Nyx's back and just like, don't turn around. Nope, don't turn around.
Okay. And Nyx, what's your reaction to this?
My music is playing in my headphones and I'm just trusting that Kai's got it, and they will let me know when I need to start paying attention.
Okay.
I will encourage Nyx to keep their eyes on the hall if Nyx gives any sort of indication of being mentally present. However, I understand in a situation like this, humans are prone to checking out.
Nyx is keeping their eye down the hall, but they are also very much disassociating in and out to try to not listen to what's happening in the room, because the last thing Nyx wants to hear is Petty freaking out about something.
Okay.
And I'm sure the scent is really helping.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So, would it be a stretch to say that Nyx is absently one hand fluttering inside of your bag, reaching in to touch those notes, just as a point of comfort?
Probably not out of character for her, no. Like, subconsciously without thinking about it, for sure.
Okay, perfect. So that's what's going on in the hallway. So Kai, you have more than enough time to create an entire map of everything that's inside of this thing. You are committing it all to memory.
Wonderful.
And you are creating a room inside your mind palace to be able to re-enter this room and analyze it anytime that you want.
Wonderful.
Give me a sanity check, Kai.
Oh boy.
Please do not fail. Please.
That is an 83 of 33.
Okay.
There is something about this that is, I'm sure, tugging at that little crack in my foundation. This does not seem like how a normal human behaves. Why?
So the problem is that it's exactly how a human would behave if they were following chaos theory to an extreme level. In fact, the mathematics of this room are incredibly well balanced. Inhumanly well balanced. In a way that couldn't possibly make sense. And you're bringing that algorithm into your mind palace. Still want to do it?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So please let the record show, audience, that the archaeologist quarters has been completely, perfectly, mathematically replicated inside the mind palace of our free will loving android.
Though I will require at least one of the other humans to come out and keep an eye on Nyx so that I can fully step into the room and take in all of the corners, as only the bit visible from the door is unacceptable.
And everything goes perfectly according to plan. Until you see the ornate drawings of the kukri in one corner.
Oh.
A mathematical, exact copy of the kukri that you have in your possession. I mean, exact.
I pointedly look to Lase and the captain to see if it appears that either one of them have noticed this.
I'd be outside with Sis, so.
Captain is too busy, like, goleming over her box.
Perfect. So I'll let the failure stand as it is, and we'll get back to that later. Pinned for future unpacking.
I'm sure it will have no consequences.
Okay. Nyx. So Lase has come out to comfort, effectively, right? That's what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Petty's coming out. Beautiful ornate box tucked under her arm.
Is there a computer terminal in there at all that I can quickly access to see if there are any additional notes we might need?
Yes, there is. So you step in to deal with that?
I will try to get as many notes as we can. I am not sure what the captain found, but it looks far more ornate than research notes to me.
The camera follows Kai in and zooms in on the patch on their arm, the all-seeing eye, before it fades to black. And then it cuts back to the inside of the hall where Nyx and Lase. So what's the conversation, Lase? You can tell she's there, a little in distress.
Nyx?
Yeah.
I would probably just, I don't know that I'm really saying anything, just keeping an eye on her, and I mean, I'm doing my own shit right now, so balancing between everything, really. Keeping an eye on Petty, because I think she's still a little on edge.
So Nyx, you see the box tucked under Petty's arm. I'm assuming, Nyx, you kind of had your back to the wall that has the archaeologist quarter, so you're kind of looking away, right? Yeah. So Lase kind of comes into your view, and you guys kind of make eye contact just for a second, and then you see over his shoulder something very large moving down the hall very quickly towards Lace's back. What do you do?
I just start freaking out and grabbing him, and I just like would probably just like push him back into like the doorway without really explaining what's happening, and she's just reacting, and like she's in such a flight response now with everything that's happening. She's just been waiting, and so like her body just needed to move and shoved into him basically.
What are you doing?
Okay, so let's really slow-mo this scene, because I want you to really soak it up. So Nyx sighs, see the thing. They reach out and grab Lase by the shirts, turning him around, pushing him into the door to their left. And Lase, as you do this, you see charging now behind you into Lace's back, the monster. Petty sees it too. Let's get a speed check with military training to see whether or not you see it before or after Lase goes tumbling into the doorway.
Okay.
Brother's gonna be very mad at me.
As is your android companion.
Disadvantage.
So I got a 74 and a 38, so I have to take the 74.
Wait, why are we disadvantaged on a speed check?
Well, one, she has her suit on, which is disadvantage for speed,
Oh, yes.
straight up, and then also her condition,
Yeah.
panic condition, overwhelmed for 3 minutes. I would say it's within 3 minutes.
Well, that's definitely not going to hit a 42.
Okay, so Lase goes tumbling into the room sort of in slow motion back first, right? You're seeing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Petty starts to move in the advanced battle dress to bring their weapons up, doing whatever you want with the box. That's gonna be your call.
Mm-hmm. I would probably just like shove the box backward to whoever was behind me. Like I would want to immediately try to draw my weapon, but clearly I'm having some issues.
And Kai is inside the archaeologist's quarter,
Imagine-
downloading. You see Lase being pushed in, right? And Petty, the next thing you notice is Nyx moving away from you as the thing reaches out, grabs them by the back, the scruff of their clothes, and starts yanking them down the hallway. All right, what do you guys do?
I pursue.
What do you do?
I pursue immediately.
I am running after my favorite human.
I will. What is the marching order here? Nyx outside, me, Petty behind me.
No, because you're
Petty's
in the room.
in front of you. Petty's in
Okay.
front of you now because you're moved in, and then you're in the hall. You're heading into the doorway. And I think Lase needs a reaction here as well. So I think both Lase and Petty are going to act immediately, and then we'll deal with Nyx and Kai in a moment. So since Petty already failed a speed check, Lase, what's your
You want me to roll speed?
what's your act? No,
I mean-
what are you going to do? Like pin yourself inside the door and lurch yourself forward? Like what's your action?
I mean, if she shoves me back, and if I see this thing, I mean, my arms are gonna go up to not get shoved back in.
Mhm.
And I mean, depending on that timeline, it probably would be to grab her and try and pull her in.
Okay.
But if that
So let's do-
opportunity's not there,
Let's do a speed. I will give you rim-wise on this as a really big stretch to try to grab Nyx, only because you've been in these screwy situations before. That's an 86 and a fail.
I'm gonna take a roll.
Okay.
Thank you, chat.
That is good for a
right.
target. A 48 for a 52.
All right. So you reach out, grabbing your sibling's hand as you sort of clasp wrist to wrist. Give me a strength. Give me a strength, Todd. Or
Wait.
yeah, straight strength. Try to hold on. 33.
Oh.
No.
Wait.
Is that technically a crit fail?
You know what? We're going to consult the book as we go to break.
It's a fail. It's under. You have to get under.
So it's
is
a
it
fail and
technically-
it's doubles. It's a crit
Probably
fail.
because my number's 33. So
Yep. Probably gonna be a crit fail. So let's go to break. As Petty sees half her crew being dragged down the hall by this thing.
This is fine.
all the
alrighty,
things will be fine.
everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us so far. Great stuff up to here. We will be stepping away for a few minutes, about 10 minutes. Do so as well. Refresh as you need, and come back for the second half. So, thanks again. We'll see you very soon.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sticking it out with us as we continue this chaos. Warden, back to you.
Okay, so This is the best look that any of us have gotten at this thing, even though there was some eyeball-to-eyeball contact before. It is roughly bipedal, over 7 feet tall, gaunt, leathery. Its arms sort of whip-like, but its chest is covered in tiny claws, almost a dozen small little hands. And as Nyx is yanked back and the thing begins to streak down the hall at blinding speed, those claws sort of open up to embrace Nyx's back and hug her into the thing, into the object. But Lace's grip, it will not break. No matter what happens, he will not let go. And they hold each other wrist to wrist as Lace bounces floor to ceiling to wall, holding on to his sister. Take a wound, Nyx Coly, which means we need to roll on the wound chart. So 1d10, please.
What is the type?
Blunt force, sir. Blunt
Okay.
force.
Concussion, disadvantage on intellect checks.
Okay. So Nyx, you see Lace's eyes sort of cross a little bit as he holds on, and he's being whipped down the hall. You also take 6 points of damage, Nyx, as these claws pull you in, and the black, hairy tendrils that you've seen coming out of the artifact wrap around your body, pulling you in. Minus 5% to strength and speed, and we need a sanity check out of you.
Am I just regular sanity check, right? Not advantage or disadvantage? Or...
Yep.
No. Sorry.
Nice.
16.
16. Okay, you hold it together as you feel this wrapping around you. Petty, you see this thing streaking down the hallway towards the galley, back around the corner whence it came. What do you do?
I'm in hot pursuit. I'm really concerned for both Colys. I kind of scream back over my shoulder. Kai, hold down the fort. Watch that box. Don't let it out of your sight. And I kind of just like take off after the two of them and the monster.
We get a nice, very Guy Ritchie shot of the box sliding into the door of the archaeologist quarters and almost tapping Kai into the leg as you look down and see the box. Its lid slightly popped open because it's not locked. Kai, it'll take you at least another minute to get all this data. Do you stay or do you flee?
How large is the box?
Like a business folder box. You can easily carry it underneath your arm.
I will take it under one arm, and I will go to save my humans. They are squishy.
All right, Petty and Kai, speed checks.
That is
Can I like neutralize my disadvantage on this because I have military training?
No.
Damn. All right. That's fair. I failed my speed check. I got a 53 and needed a 32.
I
What's
got
up,
a
19, right?
I was supposed to do both.
I got a 19 of 33. So I assume I go streaking past the captain with the box under my arm, my smart rifle in hand, still smiling.
Are you wearing armor or something, Kai?
I am wearing the regular battle dress, not the heavy one.
Standard battle dress. Okay.
The second roll.
Oh,
Candace.
sorry.
We're just waiting to see if it's a crit fail.
She rolled twice.
Oh, she did? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she rolled twice.
No, I think I missed one because this one is the 38. I did a 38 and a 53, but I have to take. They
the
both fail. It
19
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was Warden's.
Okay. Yep. So the creature is very fast, but not fast enough that Kai can't close the distance very quickly. So it reaches the galley door at the end of the hallway and is trying to wrench it open. As you come around the corner, you are very close. You want to engage a few steps away, ranged weapon, or do you want to leap onto this thing?
So first, I would like to drop the box and slide it back so that it will be there for the captain, as she was very concerned about this box. Do not understand why. I would like to pull out my knife. It's not a knife, it's called, what is it called?
The vibrochette?
Yes, please. And I do not want to risk shooting, Nyx, so I would like to leap upon this thing, but I would also like to shout Carcosa at it as I go to stab at it, as that seemed to have worked before, somehow. I do not understand these things, but patterns.
Hold on, I have to make a roll. Okay. Okay, so you may make your combat check and engage at close quarters.
Need to double check this thing. Thank you. Open. There we go. Too many tabs, not enough windows. All right. That is a 13 out of something much higher.
Yeah, 37. You are successful in your attempt with the vibrochette. Do you have the damage handy for that? Or do you need to look it up?
It is 3d10 plus wounds damage.
How many max wounds do you have?
3.
Okay, so 3d10 plus 3.
2, 3. Roll.
Oof.
That would be 10 damage, please.
Okay. Can you make one more d10 roll on the... Was it gore and massive for wounds on that?
Bleeding / gore. For the
Okay.
type?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's do bleeding. I think it's probably more appropriate. Oh.
That is a 0 or a
That's
10.
unfortunate. Or actually, no, never mind. That applies to the enemy.
Yep.
And I will say, Carcosa, please release my human.
In that case, the result of 0 in the bleeding column is that they drop a held item.
Nice.
They do. So I just want a little bit more visual on this. So it has its back to you
Yes.
as it's trying to open this, and you slide the box back, and it's just sort of a leaping cartwheel sort of thing. Give it to
It
me,
is.
guy.
They come running forward. They have the box under an arm. They kind of like do the drop and throw back, and then have the vibrochette in one hand, like backwards, leap up in the air, come down, say like, and it's so disconnected because it is a jump in the air, come down with the knife out to the side, still smiling, still the very calm voice, as they just slice through this thing and say, Carcosa, please release my human.
All right. So the hands release Nyx, and Nyx and Lase fall to the floor, crumpling underneath this thing as it whips around.
I smile at it.
Give me a speed check to avoid damage, or actually body save. Give me a body save.
I would have preferred speed, but I will do body. That is a 62 of 24. So no, I take damage from it.
Okay, so it turns around, unleashing its horrifying cry that you've heard, but never quite at, oh my god, I'm missing the phrase.
At close range.
When you're at the place where the bomb goes off.
Ground zero.
Ground zero. There we go. That's what I was reaching for. Thank you very much, King Purcell. You are a gem. So the three of you all need to take fear saves. We'll do Kai first.
That is a 61 of 91. I succeed. I continue to smile at it. But the rest of you, unfortunately, are in my aura.
Let's do Nyx next.
And you must do it at disadvantage, because I am here.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I think a 76 is about as a disadvantage as I get.
You can still crit fail.
A 25.
So helpful.
Okay. 4 stress to Nyx. And then Lase, your disadvantage fear save, please.
$20 and a 64. 64 will definitely fail.
Okay. And I'm running out of my pre-rolled stuff. 5. That's 3 stress to Nyx Coly. As that scream rushes over you, just horrifying you at close range. And then it slams its claws into Kai's face. Let's get a combat check there.
That is a 10 of 37.
However, your face is not there when the claws land, as it spins around, standing between you and the siblings. Lase, you look up, seeing this thing for the first time, really. Make a panic check, sir.
Everybody?
Nope, just him.
Okay.
Phobia.
No,
our favorite. Overwhelmed.
Oh, wait, jumpy. One stress for me, 2 for everyone else. So I'm at 20.
Nyx is just gonna reach over and like grab Lace's hand and like squeeze it really, really hard.
What the fuck is this thing?
I don't know.
Kai? Petty?
All right, Petty. So
I was gonna say, am I even over there?
Yep, you're coming around the corner.
Nearly tripping over a box.
Yep. You see the box. You have a choice to make.
Just had to go with a fucking big suit, didn't ya?
Grab the box or shoot the thing.
I'm gonna shoot the thing.
Shoot me if you have to. Just fucking do something.
Right.
Well, Coly, I'm trying to focus.
And you see them.
Has it been 3 minutes?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Are you kidding?
All right. That's fine.
So is the captain coming up behind me and then the creature is between me and the sibs?
Yep.
Wonderful.
And the sibs are right outside the galley door, which is that all the way to the end door, which you also know is depressurized, remember?
Oh. That
So-
could be problematic.
I have
Or helpful.
I have my Vibesheti out. Can I just push past Kai to try and take a swing at this thing, or do I have to like shoot it like long range?
Oh no, you close combat's fine. You want to
Okay.
you want to close combat? It prefers to fight you in close combat.
Good. I know I'm at disadvantage. I want to pretend that I'm not.
Oh, damn.
Got an 18 and a 48 for a 42.
Is that including your... What, is that your raw number, 42?
Yeah, can you put in, do you have military training you can put in?
Am I allowed to add that?
You have hand-to-hand combat, yeah.
Okay, then I'm good. I make it.
Oh, are you calling
That's
for
a
hand-to-hand?
52. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
because you want to be close.
I'm using my military training because I'm fighting close
Okay.
up.
It's plus 10 either way, so all good. All right, so what does this look like as you move in, you and Kai with your vibro shetis wheeling around this thing?
So I, like, as I'm coming around the corner, I see Kai like go high and like slice down on this thing and then kind of weave, and I just try to like fill the space after its claw comes away and try to like jab it from underneath and see if I can like kind of do a two-prong approach so that they went kind of high and I'm going up from the bottom.
Perfect. Roll damage. Mm-hmm. 3D100. That's beautiful, but not appropriate.
No, that's not what I need.
I didn't roll on screen either. That's too many.
That's the 3D100 coming through.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. 3D10.
Yes.
Ten.
Plus
three.
you get 3
Plus
wounds,
my 3.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So 13, you
did the
jab
same
into this thing.
damage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this time it's not enough to get through. As you recall, this one was hit before, and so had a little bit of wounds or damage prior to get through. So it's not quite enough to get through and do another wound of damage. But it definitely sinks deep into this thing. And then it tries to smack you over the face. Let's make another combat check.
Yeah, but I'm
Or a
the petty
speed
one.
check. Yeah.
Can I do combat instead of speed?
Yep. If you want to grapple with it, it's fine with me.
Ooh.
21 and an 8.
I got a 21
Nice.
and an 8 on a 52. Well, 42 because I'm not using weapon.
All right. Its claws rend part of the wall behind you as you deftly dodge out of it. And then it's not able to land any blows.
How large is this creature?
It's a little over
7
7 feet. Yeah.
How wide is it? Does it take up the entire hallway, or could we potentially edge around to it to be on the same side as the siblings?
I think that's exactly where I was going. I think at this point, if you want to make a mad dash to the siblings, you can. Both
Can
of
the
you.
siblings make a mad dash to us because we're in the better direction?
The siblings are terrified and gripping each other for dear life.
Also,
Well, we get sucked
I'm
into
gripping
its
for dear
chest
life.
mouth.
Also,
True.
if it gets on this side and continues to try and rend that door, it could depressurize this area.
It's very true.
Okay, so at this point, I will let you go in whatever order you want to go. The creature will only react to your failed rolls. However, all your failed rolls will equal damage at this point. So, fight or flee? What is your plan?
I'll try
Captain.
and push us off of the. Well, if Nyx and I can do anything, I'm gonna try and push us out of its grip.
It's completely dropped you. You're on the ground.
Oh, we are.
in front of the galley door. And I'm assuming Kai and Petty sort of step to flank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the galley door to your backs, the creature to your front, and a hallway on the other side of it.
If I'm able to, I'm gonna reach around for my shotgun. Throw it up in its fucking chest mouth, and give it a pump.
Go for it.
Oh, yes, I thought it was a 70. That is fantastic. 7 will do. Okay.
There'll be some damage. And
that causes a wound.
oh, perfect. So that finishes off that wound scenario, and that's a gunshot, I'm assuming. Yes, Todd?
Yeah, so
So a D10.
come on, 9. Gunshot, bleeding +1. Every round, it will bleed 2 points of health.
Two points of health or one?
I think, like, because bleeding is 1, and then I think the additional... Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, bleeding +1 is 2 per round.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay, so you see parts of this thing fleck open, but instead of blood, you're able to see clearly that hairy, gaseous energy sort of just leaks out and begins stitching the thing back together.
Now that these siblings are no longer on the other side, I would like to pull out my smart rifle. I would like to look at this thing, as I do believe it has some form of intelligence. I would like to try and overlay or relate anything I see on it to what I saw in that room. See if I can learn anything of it from that. I don't know if that's a roll or if it's just like nah, or come back to that later. And once that is done...
So there is drawings on one section of the wall that would lead you to believe that they had some awareness of a similar creature. But this is much larger and more advanced than anything that Dr. Sankar had run into.
Advanced. Wonderful. I will look at it. I will hold up my smart rifle and I will say, as you can see, I am, unlike my companions, I am not afraid of you. I would suggest you leave before you must spend more time repairing. And then I will cock my smart rifle. And if it doesn't leave, I will shoot it.
It does not leave.
Then I will shoot it. And that is...
Combat
Doesn't my
plus
smart...
firearms.
I don't think I have firearms. I thought that gave me something, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I imagined it. That is a 13 of 37.
Yeah.
I promised I would keep my siblings safe. And that is what I am doing while my cat screams at me.
That's wonderful. Jareth can say whatever he wants. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 2d10. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Just the monster dying.
Yes.
Good roll.
10 more points of damage, please. We are gonna have a conversation.
All right, so I need another gunshot.
You have a -1 on there for some reason, Kai? You hit something, maybe?
She must have hit something. It's 11 damage.
11
I saw it on
points.
the dice.
11 damage. 11 damage, please.
So we need another D10 for the wound table there. Under gunshot, I believe. 8.
That's a good one. Gunshot.
Sucking chest wound.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Perhaps that will disable its chest mouth.
Right, the now correctly configured smart rifle lights this thing up in its chest, causing those little arms to go spiraling down into the floor everywhere. You see the hair tendrils really starting to spike out. It is sort of lunging back or kind of bouncing back against the wall on the hallway as it kind of takes 2 steps back from all this concentrated firepower.
And I will
Petty
just take
or-
1 step forward, just looking at it.
Petty or Nyx?
Can I is it safe for me to flamethrower at it? Is there anyone behind
No, there's no one
creature
behind
at this
it.
point?
No.
The box is behind it.
Ooh.
Box.
Is the box in flamethrower distance though? Or is it on the other side of the ship? Other
Only
side
the
of the
dice
hallway?
can tell, Captain
Oh, I
Petty.
don't like
Only the
that.
dice
Okay.
will tell.
I'm gonna use my vibro sword then, my vibrochetti. And stay safe.
I did reconfigure your smart rifle.
Ooh, that's right. Okay. Then that's what I'll pull out. I'll grab my smart rifle. I'll follow suit. Petty is like super impressed with Kai right now. She's like never felt like admiration for anyone other than like a general or someone like above, her station or at her level or on the come up or something. Like it's always like military. It's like who she really respects. But today she has like her first official android hero and she's like super impressed.
What can I say? The dice have been kind to me.
Yeah, so
You should not be so starstruck. It is all right.
Petty like second guesses, just taking out like her machete, and she's just trying to like decide what's next while still worrying about that box, and she absolutely just like misses. Like she sends that pulse flying, but the monster just like isn't phased by it. I
How
got
many
an
rerolls?
82 and a 92.
How many rerolls do we have? We have 1. Chat, they seriously need you. I don't know what you guys are doing, but you need to step it up.
I don't know if I can just use our last one. I feel like there are more dire circumstances than this. I'm willing to take one for the team. This seems like the tip of the iceberg. What do you guys think?
Fate will have it that you will crit fail on it.
Right.
And yeah.
Where is
okay.
the closest hatch to another level?
So the hatch is behind it.
Hmm?
Wasn't the galley
By the
door right
box.
there?
The galley door just goes into the galley.
But
Yeah.
that's depressurized,
And it's
right?
depressurized, yeah.
And it's depressurized, yeah. So halfway down the hall, way back towards where you were, is where the
Okay.
access up and down is.
Good to know.
So Petty just expends an entire clip of rounds that go all over, bouncing off the little tendrils, strange gravitational components happening, sending bullets spiraling in every direction. It seems to be adapting. It almost moves sort of Matrix style out of the ways of her rounds, somehow compensating for it. And then it lets loose a terrifying scream. Fear checks. We'll go one at a time. So let's do Petty, since she
Beefed it.
beefed it up. Yep. I remember that's a disadvantage because Android.
Okay, so yeah, 160 on a 39.
That's in Mothership. It's a 0-0.
0-0. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still
well,
disadvantage,
either way,
so it's
I have
a
a
60.
disadvantage. Yeah.
Yep. It's still a 60. Okay, fantastic. That is 2 points of stress to the captain. Kai is standing very nearby with the captain. Please make your fear check, Kai.
That is a
14.
14 of 91.
Perfect. You are unmoved by the terrifying scream.
I told it did not scare me. I don't know why it is not listening to me.
Nyx Coly, fear check, disadvantage.
Oh, I keep the lowest one. 65. That is definitely a failure.
That is 1 point of stress, but you are already at 20, correct?
Do I take one
so-
from failing the roll as well? Or just the result that you're about to give?
So this is a specific thing with the creature. So normally, yes, I'd agree with you, but this thing's already nasty enough.
Okay.
So that will go directly off your fear roll, permanently reducing it, right?
25, yes.
And then give us another panic check there, sir. So we figure out what terrifying things are happening to you. Oh,
That's good. That's real
that's
good.
a good.
Okay. Laser focus, advantage on all rolls for the next 2d10 minutes. 11 minutes, advantage on all rolls.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome has shifted into overcome mode. I think Nyx Coly's had enough of this. All right, Nyx, disadvantage fear check.
Sick of this motherfucking gaunt on this motherfucking ship.
It's probably gonna be
Okay,
enough to
so-
fail.
Yeah,
One more.
that's probably gonna be. I mean, we can just, yeah, 85 over 25. So I think I'm pretty afraid.
All right, 1 point of stress to you, Nyx. As this thing just terrifies you.
Yeah, it does.
And it's going to terrify you even more as those tendrils shoot out, grabbing a hold of Nyx's legs. I need a body save.
What?
Can I
Okay.
attempt to put myself between these and her?
Yes, would you like to make the body save instead?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That does not mean it is going to go well. However,
Make a panic check first, Kay.
oh, panic check first.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's just the D20, correct?
That's just a D20. You want above your stress.
That is a 14. I am fine.
All right, you may proceed. This android is tough. Makes all your lives hell with fear saves, but it is tough.
That is a 30 for a body save of 24. Oh, but my armor doesn't help, does it?
Well, armor helps against damage.
Right. Won't help with that.
So far, it hasn't been doing a whole lot of damage to you guys.
No.
The oh so familiar sensation of these massive hairy energy slamming into your body and then dragging you across the floor towards this is terrifying. So there is D10 damage. So 5 points of damage. Is that enough to beat your armor?
No.
Okay. So you don't take the damage. Your armor holds it. But you do take -5 to strength and speed and must make a sanity check.
That is a 47 of 33. So I fail.
Oh, here we go. So 2 points of stress to the android as you're lifted up off the ground and being pulled towards this thing. So Nyx, you see these things shoot towards you. And then Kai is there. And Kai is wrapped in these things and being hoisted and pulled towards this creature. What do you do?
I panic and I start yelling at Lase, like, it's got Kai, and I just pull out my nail gun and like just start shooting because I know even if I hit Kai, it won't really hurt that much.
So I have it on good authority that when the player says they panic,
Yeah.
they should probably make a panic check.
Yeah. Wait, what do I roll for that?
It's a D20.
Okay.
You want to beat your stress.
Oh, wait. My
Good
stress is
job.
a 16 and I got an 18.
Go.
Narrow.
Well
All right,
done.
open up that combat check there,
Okay.
Nyx Coly. See
And
what this
that's
nail
it.
gun can do.
Oh Jesus, and that's a D100, right?
Yep.
Nyx doesn't combat, so 55.
And what was your combat? 13?
It's a 13.
That's a critical fail.
How
much
much
damage
damage
does
do I
nail-
take?
How much damage does a nail gun take?
A nail gun is a 1d5, so hold on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a wound damage now. As you
Okay.
unload all the nails into the Kai. Please
Sorry.
roll. Please roll 1d10. Nail gun does what kind of damage
Bleeding.
there?
1d5.
My
Right,
armor
yeah,
does not
bleeding.
protect me, I assume.
Not from wound damage, no.
Okay.
A 1d10.
Oh no.
Hi, humans.
All right.
If only the humans would stay out of combat. I seem to
Maybe-
have this.
Maybe if you weren't rolling so well, she would have only hit you with like 2 nails.
Wow. All right. So nail.
So
after
should you have
nail.
Nyx? Should you have Nyx describe?
Oh yeah. Describe
What
for
just-
us how you kill Kai with the nail gun.
If you need some inspiration, the specific table entry says throat slit or heart pierced.
Guy, I'm so sorry.
It is all right. I stepped in front of this to save you. That was my goal.
So, Nyx just pulls out their nail gun and, like, just starts, like, has never fired this thing before in its life. So it's just kind of been for show up to this point. So she just kind of, just like closes her eyes and takes it and just starts like firing all around and like.
The little tendrils of hair reach out, grabbing each nail out of the air. Heart or head, Nyx? Heart or head?
Heart. It's easier to repair than that. And then Kai's head.
Okay. The nails begin to slam into the heart area of the android in a strange, spiraling Y shape. Like almost making a glyph on Kai's chest. And you see the lights flicker out on the android's HUD.
Nyx, what are you doing?
Fuck. I don't know. I panicked. I had Kai. And she just drops her nail gun and just like drops onto the floor and starts like freaking out.
Another panic check.
Do I have an action, Warden?
Yep, you can definitely act as soon as this is.
I'll kind of rush forward, stand, whatever gets me the best position if it's over Kai, but I'm gonna take another blast with the shotgun.
Okay.
What was that roll? Nyx, nice. 5 is. Oh no, that's not good.
No, that's not good.
Coward. Gain a new condition. You must make a fear save to engage in violence or flee.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's never good when the GM is happy.
I have to do what?
Let's be
So
fair.
make a fear
That could
save.
have saved my life.
Yeah, next time you won't be killing Kai. Congratulations. And combat check, Todd, whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. Here's mine at advantage.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pumped.
Laser focused.
Oh, that's not good though. Nope, that's a failure. 56 over 35.
Okay. So you start pumping rounds into this. How many rounds are in the shotgun?
I think it's 5.
It's 5, and you've already shot once.
1.
Right. So you put all but 1 round.
There's 4 shots.
There's 4 shots. So you put two rounds towards this thing, and again, these hairy tendrils are just deflecting either the rounds or the gauge. I don't know what kind of shotgun we're talking about here. And then Petty.
Yeah, I see all of this happening, and I just try to get in front of Nyx, seeing that she's like lost control. I try to just kind of get into a defensive position in front of her, and I let go of my my flamethrower. I go for it.
Nyx needs a fear save still, I think.
From killing?
From the panic check that she failed.
Okay. Wasn't it fear to engage in violence?
It says you must make a fear save to engage in violence or flee.
Yeah, that's from now on. It's just like a permanent condition.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
I got you though. Good call out. That's gonna take up a nice spot on Nyx's character sheet.
Quick question. Am I still clutched in its hands, talons?
Yes, the tendrils are still holding you in the air, yes.
Excellent.
Am I still at disadvantage?
For shotgun or for shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was at disadvantage for 3 minutes.
We getting any chat action? Come on, chat.
Probably not gonna matter because it says your first dice were a 63, so.
If I don't have disadvantage, then I imagine the 65 would be the 63 would be first.
Yep.
Okay.
Just still a failure,
well,
right?
that still doesn't help me. No, I
You know
have
what?
plus 15, but
I think you guys need to use that reroll.
I'm gonna do it. Is that okay?
So just take the 2 as a success.
Awesome.
Yep. There we go. Beautiful. Love it. Used up the last reroll.
So I look at it and I scream and I say, "Hey, this is my fucking crew. What do you want?" And I blast it with my fire. And I hope that it's going to tell me what it wants after it's done screaming in pain.
Waiting on something?
Mm-hmm. So then I have 3d10 for my damage, I think.
Flamethrower?
Oh no, I just do 1 wound.
Yeah.
It's just as wounds, right? Yeah, so just roll a d10 on the flame charts. You guys are actually tearing this thing up.
6.
Okay, Todd, fire.
Skin grafts required. Body save. It says minus 2d10. Oh, I think it. So it makes it has to make a body save, or it takes minus 2d10, I guess.
Ooh. You know what, Petty? I'll let you roll the 2d10.
Yeah.
Come on,
No,
Captain.
wait. No, the body save goes down by 2d10. But yeah, roll the 2d10.
10.
Ooh.
So its body save goes down by 10 points.
Yep. Okay, so this creature in front of you, it just sort of gets lit up in flame, and you're just pressing forth on it as you're coming forward. So that's your second charge of flamethrower out of your tank, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have a whole lot going, and the tendrils recoil back into its chest as it tries to deal with the flaming, and it dashes away from you. Let it go or pursue? It's
I
going
take a
for
look.
the hatch.
I take a. It's going for the hatch. Oh well.
To go up or down. To go up or down.
I
Is
think
it the
I'm
only
gonna.
hatch, or do we have another hatch available?
No, it's the only way to go up and down.
That's it. Can I like fireman, like throw Kai over my shoulder like in a fireman's hold, and just go after it? Because I know that Nyx isn't going to be able to carry it and isn't going to want to leave them there.
Yeah, give me a strength with military training on it.
Okay. Number to beat is 44. 33.
That's a crit success. You pick it up. I won't even make you make the speed check. Defying, normal Marines running an advanced battle suit. Petty chases this thing down before it can get to the thing, and you will be able to make another shot. Lase, do you want to attempt to pursue or make a longer range shot with your shotgun? Petty is technically in front of you.
I can hit the deck. You also owe me one.
Can I move in, or do I have, or is it basically just a shot?
If you make a speed check, you can dash down there and try and, be side by side with her. But you're going to leave Nyx behind, cowering on the floor, holding a nail gun.
No, I'll let. So this is outside of nearby range.
This will be outside of nearby. Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, it would be. It says 2d10 at far away range, but anyway, I'll make it. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I really would like firearm training, chat. That's a failure. 37 on 35.
All right, so it's you start putting rounds into this thing's backside. The rounds. Well, you only have one round left, right?
Yeah.
So your last round goes off, whizzing by the captain's head and taking a chunk out of the wall near the creature. As the creature turns around and makes its horrifying yell one more time. Good news. I don't think the android qualifies as fear save disadvantage when it's no longer functioning. So Petty, you make a normal fear save.
I am potentially no longer terrifying.
Okay, that is a 79 for a 39. That's a failure.
Excellent.
I'm full of my mama bear energy, but not so much that I'm not like, oh no, this is dangerous.
4 stress. What does that take you to?
17.
Yes, correct.
Check for panic, and then Todd, you can queue up your fear roll as well.
I have to panic?
You have to panic.
$17.
On 17?
Yeah, I got a 17. And that's for under. I have to roll under or above for this?
It says you have to roll greater.
Okay. And that is for my sanity, yes?
So it's not clarified. Attempt to roll greater than your current stress. If you roll less, then you fail.
You take the effect.
So I didn't roll less.
Your call, Warden. I think the rest of the rolls, it's equal or lower is a fail. So.
Yeah, we're not going to let the Marine panic here. We'll
Would you like to know what she would have won?
Yes. What would a 17 on the result been? Because I'm anxious to know.
Spiraling. You make panic checks with disadvantage.
Forever.
Here's mine.
Fear check. Yep. Not a disadvantage, Todd.
It's at advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
Everything.
it's still a fail. 45 is a fail.
Okay. 2 more stress. So that will
Okay.
go to fear as
23.
well. I don't think it keeps going. I think it stops at 20 and then that just spills into those permanent fear reductions.
No, my fear is 23.
Oh.
It went down, is what I'm saying.
Do you have any phobias yet, Lase? Well, make a panic check. Let's see if we can't make one. Jumpy.
So fear down to 22. Well, yeah, leave it. 2 for everybody else. So other than the droid.
I'm dead.
Jesus,
got,
what is that? What is that? So that takes Petty to
20
19?
here, Petty at 19, Nyx at 18, Kai at 8.
All right, Petty Kate, take your flamethrower shot that I promised you.
Okay, so this is just a straight roll, no disadvantage anymore. Thankfully. I think I have to refresh Foundry. Would you roll for me, Todd?
Just a D100.
Mm-hmm.
36. What's your target? What are you going for?
My target is 42 plus 15.
That's a success, so yeah.
Yeah.
She's in good shape. Let's get
Awesome.
another wound on the fire table.
Are you back in, Petty?
Yes.
D10.
Cool. 3.
Shrapnel, large burn. You been taking its bleeding off as well, Warden?
I have. It is looking a little rough, for sure. Okay, so a large section of its chest is now just scorched, and you can see, the makeshift sort of skeleton partially turned to steel alloy underneath as it flakes. And it leaps onto the ladder and begins scrambling up. Keep pressing or let it go?
Do we see that it goes up?
If it goes up, I say I want to grab that box and hopefully Lase will get Nyx and we just haul ass out of there.
Yeah, after my last shot, I just kind of throw the gun back, strapped on, whatever, and immediately be reaching down for Nyx, pull her up, and...
Well, let's pause there, because we owe Nyx a sequence there, a shot. So as we kind of break combat at this point, letting the thing flee. You're on the hallway floor, cowardice and fear racing through your body. Waterworks? What are we dealing with here, Nyx?
Nyx is on the floor, just kind of like rocking back and forth while everything's happening, like trying to focus on her music, trying not to like, because she's just like, oh shit, like over and over and over again, processing everything that's just happened in the last like 10 minutes, and throws herself at Kai to try to like fix them.
As Kai is being fireman carried down the hallway by a flame-throwing Petty, who's just kind of reaching out. Now, I think, a la James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy, and using, misplaced soundtracks to overlay this. Which track on Nyx's playlist was the background track for this combat scene that just doesn't see?
Black Tongue by the yeah. That was what was in her playlist playing during the combat scene.
So, audience, if you can manage to visualize all of that terrifying combat, screams, and horror happening
Black
to
tongue.
to Black Tongue by the Yayas, I'd encourage you to do so regularly, and then make a sanity check afterwards. Jen, anything else you want to do or say as Lase comes to you? The soundtrack sort of fading for a moment as you look at your brother's face.
He just sees like pure horror. Like he's never seen Nyx this just like distraught about anything in his entire life.
I would just like pick her up and just wrap her in my arm, and kind of one arm holding on to her, just not saying anything yet, just pulling her in an embrace, and just yelling out at Petty like, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
And
Yeah,
she's like hitting him.
All right, so Lase and Nyx move past Petty and down the ladder where he carries her down. Petty drops down a moment later. And we cut to the Solas airlock as it's being shut behind them, back in the safety of the ship. Kai's body laying out on the floor with this weave and yellow symbol of nails down their chest. What the hell happens now?
Nyx is gonna pull immediately away from Lase and start like trying to fix Kai and like running scans and trying to do whatever they can to like fix the robot.
It says like as we come in, get through that airlock that we locked down, that shuts down, and then I will like probably holding on to Nyx most of this whole time, get into our ship, let her go, and just say, "Where do you want her? Where do you want her? Where do you want them?"
And Nyx just points at the like anywhere, like they don't care if they're
Right. And I'll rush over at that point and help lower Kai down to the ground off of Petty's shoulder. Really trying to display care for this, this figure beyond them just being, gadgets and gizmos and circuits. What can we do? What do you need?
So I'm gonna pull out my scanner and run a scan, even though I know what's wrong. Like there's no reason for me to be running a scan right now, but I'm going to do it anyway.
The camera sort of pulls away with the sound becoming muffled and distorted as it, Kai gets plugged in to the Science Bay workshop, and then the lights flicker on in the honeycomb as it receives power, and the diagnostics begin. And we see the voices of the other three characters fade away as we're pulled again inside the mind of Kai. You are standing in the archaeologist quarters, or the replica thereof, inside. Partial amounts of data being piled in on the computer that's on the wall. You know it's incomplete, but you're beginning to try to understand exactly what you're dealing with. And as you head over to the section of the wall where the kukri images are, you begin to run your hand across it, and your kukri, in its pristine condition, manifests in your hands. And as you're studying the images, you realize that the kukri can be completely disassembled. And you begin disassembling the faux kukri. But your visor and your vision are sort of staticking out. It's like you're flickering in and out of existence as you're doing it. But on the inside of the kukri, as it sort of opens up like blossoms in a petal, there's a small metal tube with something wrapped inside of it, something paper. Do you try to open it?
Yes.
So as you open it, you can see the distorted images of a message handwritten by someone. And the only words that you can make out are sort of at the bottom. Underneath this signature that's unreadable, it says Captain, Colony Ship, the Perennial Tyrant. But at the top, that's what you can't stop looking at. You see your designation. XM6 something 6 something something. You just can't focus. You can't focus on it. And then you feel this pain in your chest as that black, hairy energy begins to rip itself out of you in the shape of that yellow symbol, or that Y-shaped symbol. And underneath of it is yellow light pouring out from your heart. And that's where we'll end it tonight.
Hey, Warden, your Cthulhu's showing.
I know. I know. My Cthulhu is showing.
Once again, this is fine.
18, 19,
Yeah.
and 20 stress all around. The android's dead. Yeah, we're
Episode 3.
fan-fucking-tastic.
But I died heroically. No one trusted me, but I died heroically.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's all
It's
right.
amazing.
The goal was to keep you alive.
Oh man, everyone, thank you so much for being here with us. Fantastic episode. Only number 3. Still many more to go here.
How are we gonna survive 5 more episodes, y'all?
No.
Not everybody is, apparently.
Yeah.
Always more room for cargo.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, let's go back around the room, say hello, tell us what else you all are working on. Let's go backwards this time. Captain Petty, aka Candace, say hello.
Hi, everybody. CandaceTheMagnificent. It has been a pleasure being here with you tonight as Captain Petty Williams. Petty Watkins. I'm doing a lot of things. You can catch me here, obviously, every Sunday night. Please feel free to catch up on YouTube. You guys can also catch me in the upcoming Tales of Valor show, Red Sky, Dark Sun. That is going to be starting in March. And then you can also catch me right now over at the Barely Bookish podcast doing an awesome reading of Octavia Butler's classic novel, Kindred. If you like sci-fi and you like time travel and you like historical fiction, please give it a listen. You can find it on Spotify.
Awesome, thank you. Kai, aka Kay,
Not confusing at all.
or the other way around, yeah.
Hey y'all, I am Kate Purcell. I am community manager by day, but I stream on Twitch on Mondays where I do Pokemon, and Tuesdays where I do a D&D talk show and actual plays, and pulling together a couple actual plays right now, so I'm really excited. Find me Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok at Damphyr. Thank you all for watching, and for seeing that I can both be creepy and heroic.
And dead.
And dead. Very dead.
And the source of that? Say hi, Jen.
Hi. Okay, to be fair, Kay's played with me before in Godplane, and also I warned both Warden and Todd about my roles before. I was like, okay, but you have to know something about me. But anyway, my name's Jen. I play Nyx. You can find me on JennGeeky. And I'm Youngles on Twitch, and I just do lots of things. So yeah, hit me up anytime.
Thank you. Warden, say hello.
Hello, everyone. I have been the instrument of chaos and the hand of the Yellow King tonight in this interpretation of Mothership. Sean McCoy, if you're out there, you encouraged us to make your products our own, and I'm definitely doing that on this actual play. I hope you appreciate. I hope everyone enjoys. I want to take a moment to shout out to this incredible cast who continues to escalate and engage and own every dice roll, every wrong thing, every component that we've thrown in them. I'm delighted. If I could be multicolored like Kay's glasses, I would be super excited to even be here. I will take another small shout out because we have our series finale of Deadlands coming up this Thursday. Yes, Todd?
Yep.
And if you enjoy us at all, please come by and see Jubal Thaddeus Beauregard III, Professor of Miracles, try to lead his team into surviving Headstone Hill's menacing terribleness. And I love the fact that I can say I'm leading this because Indy and Zach are not here to tell me that I'm not. I love it.
We shall see if that tune changes this Thursday. Yes. Thank you, Rich, so much. I have been your host here, Todd Moonbounce. Thank you all for being here, hanging out in the Bounce House with us. I appreciate it so very much. I hope you're enjoying this story as much as we are. A few other things this week for myself. Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, will be episode 3, our final for chapter 1 of Hut Space Adventures, Star Wars 5e mini-series. So come see how that exciting tale wraps up, and that will continue again later on this year with a new group. And then yes, Thursday will be 8 p.m. Eastern time as well. Our finale of Deadlands should be pretty exciting there. Let's come back for that Weird West fun. And then come back around next Sunday, once again, 8 p.m. Eastern time for episode 4 of Dead Planets. See if we can patch up our droid and ourselves. So we need it as well very much, and continue on. So thank you all so very much for being here. We appreciate it very much. We will see you next week. Please have a wonderful week here. Be safe and have a good night. See y'all later.